Camera.
Look at you.
Look at the camera.
Okay,
Camera.
let me just stay here. You are on already. Olumide has inside. People have not been seeing you coming out. What has been delaying you?
Yeah, so in terms of why my campaign is starting off a little later, and I would have hoped for, there were just certain things that needed to be sorted out in terms of the candidates, and that has been sorted now. So fully greenlit. So I plan to see how much ground I can cover physically between now and end of campaign, which is this Thursday against the election on Saturday.
Okay, you want to unseat another veteran in politics, veteran in acting. How are you confident about this?
At the end of the day, my approach to this is not necessarily to bother myself with the individual that is in the position at the moment. What my biggest concern is what we can do as youth to really have a say in the affairs of the constituency of Surulere and in Nigeria as a whole, across board. The end goal of this is to really increase youth inclusion and youth participation in the Nigerian government process. So I'm selling myself as a candidate who is here to serve, who is here to demystify the government process, to bring the government process closer to the people. Because at the end of the day, beyond just trying to prefer solutions, you need to first understand what the wants and the needs of the people at the very heart of your constituency are. So I want to have a government that is very transparent, that has the people a part of the system, because at the end of the day, I am just an amplifier of their voice. I am just going into the house to speak on their behalf. So I'm offering myself as a servant, and if the good people of Surulere obviously find me worthy to be in the position, then I'd be more than happy to, in the best of my capacity, really just bring about the change that we want to see in Surulere, in Lagos, and in Nigeria generally.
When Desmond was coming in like 8 years ago, he promised everyone else, but he has not done any of those promises as he promised. So in your own case now, what are the things the youth should be expecting from you?
So personally, I believe that I have a proven track record of integrity in my own accomplishments for people that know me personally, and I do not like to say things that I know I cannot accomplish. I do not like to be a part of any system that I feel like I will not be giving 100% to. Now, what I can guarantee, as I said, is a government system where interaction is top on the list. A system where the people themselves have a direct say as to the direction of the policies that will be affecting them. So what I can promise the youth is a perspective that I understand because I am in the age brackets. Who better to represent the young people than a young person who is living the exact realities that we want to speak about? So what I can guarantee is a system where I will be the voice, as I've said, the amplifier of the people of Surulere, spending time getting to understand the grassroots, knowing what the problems are, and coming up with ways to ease some of the hardships that we are experiencing. As we progress, of course, we would then formalize, the bills that I will be, pushing in the house and things along that line. But I feel like the first thing first is to even demystify the government system and bring the government system down to the grassroots. Let the people have access to their representatives. Let the people be able to air their grievances and really share ideas. Because at the end of the day, it's all about idea exchange. Really share ideas on what we as a collective feel is necessary to develop our constituency.
Okay, when you are talking about this, like for example, now many people are supporting Obi because Obi outlined what he's going to do when he gets there. So can we get about 2 or 3 of those things are going to do? Those things that you feel the youths are not getting, and now that those things are feeling that okay, if I was given the chance of getting there, then these are the things I'm going to change. I think just 3 of them.
Okay, so one of the things very important to me is education. I am a direct representation of what a good education looks like. I've been a fortunate recipient of exposure and a good education. So not just necessarily in terms of us wanting to open schools the schools that we have, what is the quality of education that they are even getting in these schools? What is the what type of system are the teachers operating? What is the payment structure for these teachers? Because at the end of the day, if you have unhappy teachers, it is going to affect the whole teaching process with them and the students or the pupils. So the first thing for me really is to really analyze the totality of schools that we have and the quality of education that is being gotten, and really push to have more innovative systems of education, because the world is changing. This is 2023. A lot of things that are being taught in Nigerian schools are things that only apply in textbooks, and not necessarily things that you can come out and apply in the real world. So that is one thing that I would like my government to touch on. Another thing as well is job creation. Not everybody is going to be able to have an academic higher learning after primary or secondary school level, and it's important, of course, to keep people engaged, because it is the lack of engagement that would then lead to youths and being in other endeavors that are not exactly legal or not exactly exemplary. So it's important that we find ways to create jobs, whether it is through trainings, whether it is through vocational trainings, whether it is through helping to provide loan assistance for people that already have small businesses, to help them scale their businesses to the next level. These are some of the things that we would definitely be looking at as well. Also looking at the market system structure. Whatever we can do to reduce the level of levies or taxes that people in marketplaces have to be paying. And for the places where they are paying these taxes, to really offer transparency in terms of what these monies are going into, and have people really understand why they are being taxed and where these monies are going to. It's very important that people understand what the system is doing for them, and not just what they can do for the system. So I believe that these are just some of the ways that we can really help to take Surulere to the next level, because there's so much untapped potential in Surulere, and there's so much we can do in terms of bringing in corporate bodies, have them set up more corporate social responsibility activities within the Surulere parameter that will really help to increase the standard of living and create availability of amenities in Surulere. Even projects, for example, setting up street lights. If you have more places lit, that will go a long way to helping security, because if we can see what is going on, by a large extent, we can say that the crime rates in Surulere will reduce, because we can see what's going on. There's not that many dark corners that people can be engaging in, not so favorable activities. Another thing we can do as well is create programs that bring positive role models to the community, giving young people that they can look at and want to emulate. Because another thing that we don't really have in communities these days is positive role models in different areas of life. So having initiatives where we get young people as well who are doing amazing things to really come down, set up mentorship schemes, mentorship programs, sign up people that can be in these programs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people, and have their mentors really be a part of their lives and really help to steer them in the right direction. So there's a lot of ideas that I feel like we can implement, and as I said, the goal for me is to bring the government down to the grassroots level and engage with people on a one-on-one basis. So this is not something that I am going to be carrying out on my own. It is going to be me powered by the people. As I said, I am just going into the house to amplify the voice of the people in Surulere in terms of their wants and their needs. So I feel like if we have a government that really is focused on service, focused on human capital development, developing healthcare, developing education, I genuinely feel that Surulere as a whole will be developed to the standard that it needs to be, and hopefully that creates a ripple effect that affects the states and by extension the country at large.
Okay, lastly from me now. Who is Olumide? Where are you from?
Right. So Olumide Oworu is a media professional. I've been in the entertainment industry all of my life. I work in advertising, I work in film, and the media and entertainment space generally. I've been opportune to have lived in Surulere all of my life, so just to be here right now in this position, I'm very honored to be here. And in my own little capacity, I've always been very passionate about youth development and youth inclusion. So to be able to use my position, to be able to use the goodwill that I've been able to gather over the years to do something in terms of giving back and really being a part of the future of not only myself but youth in general is something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm very happy to be in this position right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.